Hey you guys, today I'm gonna do sorry for this glare. Let me try to fix that. Um but I'm gonna do Real Housewives of Atlanta season 8. I think this is episode 6. Um like I said, sorry about the glare, but we're gonna have to work this out today. I don't have no notes. We're gonna just talk about it. It was an okay episode. I like an episode where all the girls are they all were getting along really on this episode. And I like to see grown women go on a trip and get along. And it's not really a lot of shade throwing. Some shade, but not a lot. So I like that. What was crazy, the beginning part, you had Portia and Phaedra them and Shamia at the store getting them some bathing suits to get ready for a Miami trip that Portia and Kenya had put together. So everybody was basically shocked to know that they were putting a trip together, but they figured like, hey, they could be then an example for the group of them not being able to get along for them planning a trip together. Okay, cool. Anything for production because it still don't. I understand not having no drama, but it still don't seem real to me. It still seems fake as fuck. I don't like where all of this, hey, hi, and then you still in the confessional throwing shade. So I'm just not with that. But yeah. So you, like I said, you have Portia, Shamia, and Homegirl trying on bathing suits. I This is why I always call Phaedra fake. I think the real Phaedra is the Phaedra that hangs with Portia. The one that wants to show her ass off. The one that wants to be in a club, being ratchet, twerking. I think that's the real Phaedra. I think this lawyer, Georgia Peach, I'm so good, holy and thou Christian. That's the fake Phaedra. The real Phaedra is the bitch that wanna twerk and she don't know how to balance it. It's nothing wrong with being ratchet. I keep telling people every day. Now it's a problem being a thought, but it's not. Hey, I like to do ratchet things with my ratchet friends. I keep trying to tell people it's fun to do things because that's the time I get to let loose and do things that really won't do at home. You know what I'm saying? I get out there and I have fun with my friends and stuff like that. We do some ratchet shit. We dance, we twerk, shit like that. Nothing wrong with that. But when you try to act like you better than ratchet people, that's the problem. And that's what I have with Phaedra. She act like she does better than ratchet people, knowing that's who she really is. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. But we'll get there. I'll tell y'all why I say she's the ratchet. She like to do ratchet shit. And whatever. You got Sheree, Cynthia. I think it was Sheree and Cynthia. No, Sheree, Candy, and Kenya at Kenya's house, and they throwing shade at Kenya's house, but hey, they there. She got one. I can't be mad. A lot of people throw shade at Kenya's house, but I just see so much better for that house. I just see something in the future that house is gonna be grand, cause y'all know she over the top. Even if she gotta rent every piece of furniture in that motherfucker. Y'all know by the end of this season, that house is gonna be on point because she don't like to look like a bad person. So I think if you from California, you see a lot of houses like that. So that's why I don't never shade the house. I like how it was funny how they were shading her and Sheree shades each other about the house and who's gonna finish first and stuff like that. Candy looking at them like, bitch, my house is paid for cash. I ain't got time for this shit. But okay, they talked about the trip and stuff like that. That was cool. What else happened before we get to this damn trip? I don't think. Oh, Kim at home packing with her kids. She gonna take some books to read to them. I just, I don't, I'm not that bitch that's gonna be on here saying, oh, I love Kim, I love Tootie, fuck all that. I want this bitch off the show so goddamn bad. And it's not that I don't like her. I just don't understand why she's here. I don't understand. If this was season 1, season 2 maybe, I would get it. But I don't get why she here. She act like she poor. She really act like she poor. Like she never goes on trip with her family. She never do this. She never. That's how she act. Like, I don't get outside of my four fucking walls. You're married. I don't understand why you and your husband don't do things together. You and your kids don't do stuff together. I don't. I would understand. I would even understand better if her little sister was on Real Housewives instead of her. And I don't know nothing about her sister because she's never in the tabloids either, on social media like that, being ratchet and thought and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know nothing bad about her, but I just think her sister probably would have been a better fit for the show because, you don't drink, you don't party, you don't do nothing. So I don't understand why she here. The girl want to take books so she could FaceTime and read her kids' bedtime stories. I'm like, let me tell y'all one thing. I love my kids. If you've been following me, you know me. I'm be try to be super mom. I try to do whatever for my kids. But when I leave here for a weekend or for fucking 24 hours, I might call them and check on them. That's about it. Fuck that. Every mom, dad, whatever, needs a break from their kids. My dude is gone right now for the weekend because it was his birthday on Saturday, and I let him go out of town for the weekend because this is something he needed with his homeboys. He wasn't calling home. He never called home. Only way we talked to him is if I called and if the kids called. And I didn't expect that. When it was his birthday, we called, said happy birthday, and we said go enjoy your day. But I didn't expect to call him no more that day because that's what you do when you're on vacation. Mm-mm. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. Her husband should have been a man that said, "Don't bother these kids. You enjoy your time." I'll read them a damn book because I don't. But okay. I really don't want to knock her as a mom, but I just want her to be a woman. Oh my God, find you. And trust me, I get it because I don't do too much without my kids either. But fuck all that. I just want this lady. I don't understand why she on the show. So anyway, they all going to Miami. I need to plan a trip with ladies to go to Miami. That's something I just want to do on my bucket list to go. Just plan a trip and go to Miami and just do something similar to what they doing. Um, but they all get to the airport. Everybody is looking over the top for the fucking airplane. I don't. I don't get why people go to the airport with heels on. First of all, airports is big as hell. You always gotta walk from one end to the other end. Heels ain't the business. Beat face. Maybe because this camera's there, okay. Bitch, I'm going in a ponytail. Y'all better hope my hair ain't wrapped up. I'm just saying. Like, I don't like to be on the plane just trying to be beat to the motherfucking gods, knowing we gonna be on there for a long time. That's dumb to me. Um, but yeah, they all looking really nice. We got to see Tammy's husband. We got to see Noelle driving down. You know, that girl is getting big. Like, she was such a little girl when we first seen her. But now she driving, looking beautiful as ever. But yeah, they get to the airport. Candy is the only one late, like usual. Might have to stop at Chipotle. I don't know. I don't know. She always late. But they get to the airport. You know, everything is nice. They get on the plane. I mean, the bus to the house, a little shuttle to the house. So they start talking about picking rooms or whatever. And everybody agreed to give Candy the biggest room because she's pregnant. I thought that was cool. When Kim said she should get the room because she a celebrity, I was like, no, bitch, you a regular bitch like everybody else on this damn boat. Don't be trying to remember you was the Kim that don't do nothing, don't try to throw your damn card that you famous. I mean, I understand it was a joke, but I would have been like, bitch, okay, you still on Real Housewives. I'm just saying. But yeah, I like how they made a plan on who was gonna get what room before they got there, and then it was just a big ass mess like it always is. But when they get there, you got Shamia there greeting them. I'm not saying nothing about their bathing suits because they were in Miami. So I couldn't really hate on them. And they're young, that's what young women do. I could see if they was like 60 in a fucking thong bathing suit, then I'd be like, no, bitch, no. But hey, they age appropriate. They clothes were age appropriate. I didn't see the problem. But what I did see the problem when she said I picked my room. When did Shamia and Tammy become cast members? That they be having confessionals, they be having things to say. No, 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 you don't get a room. If anybody would have been on the couch, Shamia and Tammy would have been on the couch. I'm just saying, y'all would have been the last people to pick a room. Y'all not cast members. Y'all would have been the last people to pick a room. I'm just sorry. Even though she did pick a simple room, she still would have been the last person to pick a room. Kim, I wasn't mad at her when she was like, fuck it, I'll sleep on the couch. Give me a couch. This is real comfortable. I'm like that too. But when we all have a room, what we picking a couch for? I don't know. Then I'm with Rocks, for Forest Rocks. Check her out. I don't want to come out and your ass laid out on a motherfucking couch, probably slobbering all on the couch. I don't know how people sleep. People be snoring, slobbering, all that. I don't want to see all that. If you got a fucking room for privacy for all that, go sleep in it. And then, when them couches white? No, you're not gonna lay your nasty ass feet that y'all been walking around up in this house and then come prop up on the God. No, not gonna happen. But I do feel where she was coming from as far as we're not gonna argue over her room. It's not that fucking serious. I could take the simplest room, bitch. Long as it got a plug to plug up my phone so I could still get on the internet. I don't give two fucks about what the bed look like, the view look like. Long as my sheets and towels are clean. That's why when people be going crazy about hotels, I'm like, is the sheets clean? Is the towels clean? Why are y'all worried about if it's 5-star or not? I ain't that type of bitch. Y'all houses some time ain't even 5-star, but y'all want y'all hotel rooms to be 5-star. Shut that shit up. What else happened? This episode really wasn't that much, but like I said, went into different rooms. Then you got Candy, Cynthia, Kenya, and Sheree. They're talking about Tammy. Kenya giving a lowdown about what Tammy said about Sheree. I thought that was messy as fuck. I like Kenya, and I maybe Kenya have to do this type of shit to keep up shit to going on the trip. But I felt like this was messy. This was uncalled for. You did not have to tell her what this girl has said about her, especially when you over there trying to say little things to get information from her. If Sheree's supposed to be your friend, why would you sit there entertaining that conversation? Just like Cynthia, Tammy's supposed to be your fucking friend. What kind of friend are you that you let that conversation go on between Kenya and Sheree about your friend Tammy and didn't even say, well, it wasn't like that. Let's go let her explain herself. None of that. You let them girls sit there and talk about that girl, and I'm just sitting there like, Cynthia, what kind of friend are you? Then Sheree say that girl fucked Bob. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't care, but okay, whatever. Okay. Then you got Kenya. Portia, Shamia, and Phaedra over there taking pictures for Instagram. They just having a great time. Everybody is having a really, really nice time. They end up going out and Sheree confronts Tammy about what she's supposed to have said. Tammy was like, I didn't say it like that, or why? I didn't say I didn't like you or some shit she said. Whatever. Then they, going back and forth about what did she say? Did she sleep with Bob? She said she didn't sleep with Bob. Sheree say Bob say you did. I'm like, girl, Bob probably was trying to get up under your skin, or maybe she did. Who gives a fuck? You're not with Bob anymore. Y'all haven't been together. This argument is stupid and pointless. This is the point I felt Kim on. Like, why are we having this conversation? What's the point? What's the point? I'm glad how she called Kenya out on this shit. Like, what was the point of this conversation? What was the point of you telling her this? I didn't understand this pointless ass, immature ass conversation. But yeah, Kim, this is what you signed up for. This season 8. This is what we signed up for. This is what we as vloggers keep signing up for. We keep arguing like, why is we keep doing this? Why do we keep reviewing this? Kim, you wondering why you come on this show? This is what they do. They petty as fuck. They do these stupid ass conversations because somebody's in their ear. They pettiest women. They just petty. I don't give a fuck about, oh, the producers making them do this. They did it. So they just is fucking petty because this argument was dumb. Nobody's fucking Bob. Sheree, are you a gold digger? Like, come on now. Like, Sheree should have just brushed that shit off as dust. Like, girl, you know how many times people want to call me a fucking gold digger? Girl, boo. That's what she should have said. But no, y'all gotta entertain this and have a segment. Whatever. Kim was over it. I was over it. They ended up going back home, calling it a night because it was stupid. The next day, they end up going to, I don't know where they end up going to, but I know they was ready for the water because everybody came down there with their bathing suits on. And this is why I say we could tell that Phaedra is a ratchet. She likes to be ratchet. Like, when she came, Candy made a point, like, when Phaedra is with certain people, Phaedra acts a certain way. And I see that. I really, really see that. When she's about with Candy, she's all about being a boss chick, being a woman. Woo, woo. When she hangs with Portia, she's all about being a party girl, want to show her stuff off, want to date again, want to do da 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 da. When she's around, what's her name? Nene, she's a scorned woman. She loved her husband. She this and that. Like, she just different fucking people. Now, I wasn't mad at the bathing suit Phaedra had on or what Portia had on. Like I said, it's all women. This was appropriate because it was all women. The last time Phaedra did that, I thought it was inappropriate because other people's husbands was there. I don't care how bad she was trying to get back at Kenya, bitch, it was other people's husbands there. Now it's a group full of women. I don't have a problem with that. Candy couldn't go because she's pregnant. Okay, so they end up going out. They going shopping. They just having a really, really nice time. They partying. They drinking. And then you got Debbie Downer ass Kim there. She is so miserable, crying, freaking out, want to go home to her husband, go home to her kids. I'm like, bitch, bye. Bitch, bye. Phaedra goes over there and talk her off the ledge. And I'm sitting there like, you can go with her. I'm just saying, like, girl, I am all for missing. I miss my kids every time I leave them. But I will never be the Debbie Downer of the group and say, oh, I want to go home. I miss my kids. I'm not used to this. That's what I'm saying. Like, is she poor? Have she never been on a trip? Have she never went somewhere with her mom and her sisters and left? Have she never just like, oh my God, is this her first man? I mean, they haven't been married that long. So have she not had a relationship prior to him? Like, I don't get why she act the way she act. Like, somebody dogged you out prior that you just so clingy on your kids and your husband. Like, I don't understand what she been through that she's this type of way. And I'm happy that Phaedra gave her some advice. Sometimes I feel like that's the more of a friend Phaedra need than trying to be cool and down with Portia. I do. I really do. But yeah, I'm so over fucking Kim crying. I just want to push her ass. Like, girl, go home. Let me take you to the fucking airport so everybody else can have fun. Because everybody, even the people that fought, kicked, whatever, they had fun. Shamia and Kenya getting along. Everybody is having fun. And then you, the one that says, are we really grown? Are we really doing this? Bitch, are you really doing this? Are you really crying? Like, How old are you, Kim? Like I said, I think her sister probably would have been a better fit because this Kim Fields, I want her to go. I get irritated when she's on the screen because I'd be like, oh shit, here we go again. Then when they get back to the table, she's still complaining about there was no seats. Bitch, y'all must have been gone for a long time that they were able to order their food, get their food, be having a whole conversation, and then y'all walk up and worry about some seats. Bitch, no. Nope, go sit over there in the little kids section. Cause no, you're crying like a little girl. Going somewhere. Um, they end up going what else they end up doing? They end up meeting some Latin dudes. Everybody was looking for crackhead ass Tammy because this bitch, she disappears like a crackhead. 1 minute you see her, 1 minute you don't. 1 minute you see your microwave, 1 minute you don't. I'm just saying, like, this bitch just disappears like a fucking smoker. Like, maybe that's what she was doing. And you know, I'm just saying, maybe she had to go somewhere and hit her a blunt, maybe pop a pill. I don't know, but she always disappears. Then she comes back with her nephew. That's a basketball player. And then I was sitting there like, how you know him, Portia? Because Portia was the main one saying he played for the NBA, and I'm like, how you know him? Because you know you was a motherfucking sport magnet, so I don't know. Then when they called him out on the shit and say who you play for, he was like, well, I'm actually not on a team. Yeah, I'm really trying to make a team. I'm like, Kenya over there talking about, oh, he just my type, he that thug, and he just, I'm like, girl, you don't know him. He could be a woman beater. Sit your ass down. Too hot in the panties. Sit your ass down. Then they end up inviting him back to the house or whatever, and they get back on the boat, and they were all talking, playing the never ever ever game, drinking. Portia always has a dumb moment. Always. Why do you always want to have a dumb moment? Why? When she was saying something about oil and water or something she said, but I remember she had a dumb moment. I'm like, why do you always let them give you a dumb moment? I just don't get that part. But she had one. But Kenya ended up snapping at old boy, trying to get his attention, called him a young buck and tried to get his attention. He got an attitude. I hope you put him off the boat just the way you put Shamia off the boat, because I'm sitting there like, boy, calm your little ass down. I understand boys don't want to be snapped at, young men don't want to be snapped at or whatever, but I'm like, fuck, she didn't know your name. Boy, stop trying to get some fucking camera time. Whatever. I just was like, whatever with him. But that's my review. On Real Housewives. It took me this long to do this review because I wasn't excited about watching it last night. I really, really wasn't. I've been so busy watching Vampire Diaries that I didn't even care about it when it came on. And then me and my kids started watching The Bugs Life and Ants, because they never had seen that. So I really wasn't worried about Real Housewives last night. But yeah. Tell me what y'all thought about it. Sorry this video so long. Follow me on all social media sites by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. And I'm still gonna do my giveaway announcement today, so be on the lookout for that. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out. All right.